Welcome to Sure Hajj videos. Application form. This is the daily use form of Sure Hajj where you maintain your client's full information. Enjoy the video. In this video, you will learn form general overview, followed by main panel, passenger panel, accounting panel, then all other panels in one shot. The first part of the video is about Hajj application form overview. In this video, we will have a general overview of the Hajj application form. The next parts of the video will go through the details of this form. Welcome to Sure Hajj videos. Hajj application form. Hajj application form is the main daily use form that you will deal with throughout the day. It contains all information about the contracts, about passengers. It's basically your main part of the system. What is an application? Hajj application is a contract, is the file which contain or may contain one passenger or more. So if a family want to go to Hajj, they will have a file. The file here is what we call the Hajj application. Hajj application is always recognized by a key, which is Hajj application ID. This is the application ID. Now let's go through this form that, as I mentioned, will be your daily work, business as usual work. Let me go through this form. On the top level, that's a normal menu where you can request a new application or prepare the form to enter a new application. You can save the application, filter the list of applications. You can delete the applications under certain circumstances. You can manage the contract of the application and so on. We will talk about all these items in separate video. The second part of the form is the left-hand part. It's a list of applications, and the list is composed of the application name, the file name. I'll use the terminology application here because it's widely used in Sure Hajj system. The list is composed of names, which is the application name, and some icons here that displays for you right away some information or some flags for each application. For example, this one, the warning sign, indicates that there are some validation issues in this application. It's not yet ready completely to go. The second one here is a reminder, which means that this application has already a due or overdue reminder to do, and so on. The list of these icons are here. So the validation not okay, which is that sign, validation okay will show like this in that place. Due reminders, as you can see here, or if this application has purchased licenses for mobile subscriptions. And now, on the top, there is a count of all the applications. This is not the count of passengers. It's the count of applications. An application, as I mentioned, could have one passenger traveling alone by himself or more. For example, this application displayed on the screen has, as you can see, 4 passengers, 4 adults. If you want to know the number of passengers so far who registered with you in your agency, this is the totals of the packages. These are the packages defined by the travel agency. And here are the customers, the males and females, and their totals. So these are the total of males and females as persons so far. But application wise, the number are 161. Another set of buttons are showing here, and they are basically about different views of the selected application. As you can see, the application changed. So if you select that application, here is the main data of the application, like contact number, email, phone, and most importantly, what package is purchased by that application. There are lots of help buttons like this, but that will be targeted by other videos. On the same main data, you have here some summary of the application, and here list of passengers and other stuff like that. But this is the main application level information. The second one will manage the passengers inside the application, where you can see the details of each passenger, and you can do lots of actions here that will be targeted as a separate video. Accounting. You can see the application accounting, you can make payment, you can do all the accounting from here. Reminders. As you can see, there is a due reminder, that's why the flag is here. Processing, this shows you the processing status of each passenger. So you click on the passenger and it tells you what stages are already done or partially done. Validations, it tells you why this flag is there, because there are validations here, and you will see all of that in details in a separate video. Emails, you can send any type of emails to this applicant on that email, and you can attach to it a contract, the MOFA, the e-visa, whatever you want. You can print the invoice from here, and you can have documents related to the application where you can enter the document here and save it. And preview documents will show you the list of documents of that application where you can select any of them, see the details, print or open the file, whatever you want. And finally here, the contact log, all the communication which happened in relation to this application. So that's a general high-level overview of the application form. Wait for the rest of the video to know in details other items related to the application. Thanks for watching. In this part of the video, we will talk about the Hajj application main panel. In this video, I will explain in details the contents of the main panel. The video will also indicate steps to create, update, and delete Hajj application. The video also will show how to search for and filter applications. Welcome back. The second part of this video is about the main data panel of the Hajj application form. This is the panel shown in front of you. And in this video, I'm going to speak about how to filter this list, then how to add or update the application. Let's do a filter first. To do a filter, click Filter, and right here, the first part of the applicant name, and I'll say Mohammed, apply the filter, and the filter shows here. In order to revert back the filter and You clear the criteria and apply again, and you get them all. Now, I am on this application now. What shows in this main data panel? In the main data panel, this is what package is selected or contracted for this file or application. And to see the details of this package, click here. You see the details, but that's targeted by another video. Whenever you see this I, it means show me more details about what the I is beside. You can see the capacity here of all packages, each type of room capacity, and what is sold already. Here you enter the applicant name. You can enter the sub-agent if needed, if you have a sub-agent. And if you enter one, you can click on the I here to see his details. You can include or not include optionally the sacrifice, and that will affect the accounting. In this area, there is a contact information where you can enter this data as self-explanatory. However, if the city that you're searching for is not in here, you can on the fly add it by clicking this plus and enter the name and click this, the check or accept button. That will create the city, add it to the list, and select it for you. The emergency contact, you can enter them here, all. And there are 3 types of notes. You can use them on your convenience: internal notes, flight notes, and accommodation notes. And here you can enter how you heard about us, kind of. In this second area, the application status. This is a summary of the application. Passengers, it has 4 passengers, adults. And rooms, it has requested, 4 of them requested quad rooms. Additional or adjusted services, 1 passenger wanted extra service that you entered for extra charge. Adjusted flight, no one adjusted his flight route. And here is the balance of the application. In this area, you will see the list of passengers. They are shown completely in full details on the passenger tab, but that's not the target of this video. But you are in the main data, and you can just have a look. From the list here, you can see warnings or due reminders, etc. And from here, you can find the full status. And from here, you can even know the list of passengers and their counts here. Now, to update uh, an application, just change. I'm going to remove the work phone. You change any value here and just click save. You get that message of success. If you want to add a new one, just click new. You get a blank form where you fill it up the normal way and click save. The application will be saved. What's worth mentioning here is, look here in the add mode, you see the app ID, which is the file number, kind of. The key is 0. That means you are in add mode, and is written here, new application. If you select one, you see right away here the application app ID, and you have here edit application. To delete the application, obviously you select the application, click delete. Of course, the system will validate the deletion and will not allow you to delete the application if there are any impacts on other data, like financial impact or whatever. But if you just enter the application now, you can obviously delete it. Continuing with this menu, Hajj contract, you have 2 options here. You can create and open the Hajj contract, or you can create it and save it. So I'm going to show it to you. Create and add, create and display. It's creating it based on the template that you designed. How did you design it? That's a topic of another video, how to design the contract. So the application now, the contract is created, and you can see the contract here based on your design. So the application was designed by you guys. Each company will be different from the other company. Okay, now you can create and save the application. In this case, this file or this application will have a contract that you can even send it, email it, print it, can do anything you want. Thank you for watching the second part. In this video, you will learn Hajj application passengers panel. In this video, you will learn how to maintain the passengers in the application form. The video will demonstrate all actions related to passengers, such as main data, flight route, services, documents, and others. The video will demonstrate as well how to enter the passenger's information by three methods, either manual by typing it in, by scanning, or by importing. Welcome back to Sure Hajj videos. This part is about the passenger panel in the application form. Remember, when we go to the passenger panel, we are always in a context of an application, the selected application here. In order to start the panel, we click on this button, passenger. What's the panel composed of? It's composed of three main areas. First area is a list of passengers included in the selected application whose ID is here. The second part is this area, which contains all information about the selected passenger or a new passenger. I'll go back to selected. The third area is group of buttons here, which allows you to fully manipulate all aspects of the selected passenger. Now let's visit these areas one by one. The first area is the list of passengers. It's self-explanatory, just having high-level information of the passengers included in this application. The main area here is this. The area is always in one of two modes, either edit mode, if you select one from this area, from the grid, from the list, you are automatically in edit mode. If you click new, you are in new mode and in add mode, kind of. I'm going to go back here to edit mode. In addition, each passenger will have always a passenger code. The passenger code is composed of three parts. The first part is the name of the package. The package is a part of the main data of the full application. So the application is a group of passengers traveling on the same package. Back to passengers. The second part of the passenger code is the application ID. That's a kind of the file number. That's the key to the application. The number is shown always here in front of you, top right corner. The third part is a kind of counter indicating 1/4. That means this is the first passenger over 4 passengers, and so on, 2/4, 3/4, etc. The remaining area here is basically about all information regarding the selected passenger. They are all standard kind of information, like date of birth, place of birth, a passport number, etc. One field that could be of interest is if I go to a lady, a female, then mahram name is a mandatory field, and to enter data there, you cannot type in. You have to click here, and among the list, you can select either woman group or one of these two males who are in the same application. I'll keep that as woman group for now. Another field, room type. Each passenger, you have to select the room type. It's not mandatory to have all the passengers having the same room type on the same application. You can have an application of 10 passengers, 3 of them are triple, 5 of them are double, and so on. And then another field that is quite important is flight route. It's not mandatory. So flight route, as we explained before, is a pre-purchased set of tickets for a specific route with a contract with a vendor, flight vendor, and this flight route is predefined. In other words, you define it using this option, but that is a target of another video. The route is composed of segments like from Toronto to Jeddah, and then from Jeddah to, and so on. So in order to assign a full route to a passenger, we select the passenger from here. And in the flight route, you can just select the flight route. It's international flight route. And that will automatically assign all the segments to the passenger. Does this mean that you cannot have a different route for one passenger in the whole application? Yes, you can. You can add any segments. You can even add another flight route that is called domestic. You can insert it or inject it inside the route. You can do anything. You can select one flight route for the whole application, which will automatically create the flight route for the 4 of them in our case. Accommodation notes. In accommodation notes here, you can write any notes that the passenger requires for you to consider when you do the rooming. To do the rooming is from operation, rooming, and assign passengers to rooming. But this is targeted by another video. And in that action, the accommodation notes will be considered. Now, there are 2 more fields here that needs to clarify. One of them is the number of days which will be remaining for the validity of the passport as per the travel date to Saudi Arabia. If that figure, that's in days, if that figure exceeds 185, that's 6 months, it will be flagged and you will see it right away, like this. It's 66, less than 185, so it's in red color, indicating right away there is a problem. And of course, that will show in the validation here, as we explained in the previous part of the video. Will reflect to a warning sign indicating that this passenger or this application has a problem, has to be considered as a flag. Now, the second one is the age of the passenger on the day of departure. Of course, that's for obvious reasons to consider the ticket itself. Is it a child or it is for an adult? This area will host the PR information, including the front and back picture as per the scanner, if the passenger has a PR, permanent residence. This part is a read-only part, and it's all related to Hajj on Soft if you subscribe with Hajj on Soft. So this is the ID that you deal with Hajj on Soft regarding this specific passenger. And this is the E number as imported from Hajj on Soft. And this is the MOFA number as imported from Hajj on Soft. And if there is a visa number, it will show here right away. These areas are obvious, the passport information and the photo. Initially, when you scan the passport, you will have this picture, and this picture will be exactly like that as per the scanner. But however, you will have always an enhanced photo, most up-to-date photo, and you can open the file containing the enhanced picture and copy and paste it, copy to the clipboard and click here to import it here right away. That's one of three methods to import the enhanced pictures. We will talk here only about two of them in that video, and the rest will be in another video, the remaining method. So that's one method, is copy and paste to overwrite the passport picture by enhanced picture. Now, let's go through the buttons here. The three buttons with a white background are mainly to add, update, delete. They are very classical buttons. Just you select a passenger and update some information, like, for example, he needs a wheelchair, and change whatever you want here. And here, for example, accommodation notes needs English speaking partners or roommates. So you can save this information, and the passenger will be saved, and you get the green method indicating. Oh, by the way, when you save a passenger, automatically you are ready for a new passenger. That's new mode. So in order to come back here, just click here, you are back. Of course, you go automatically to new to allow you enter one after one right away. Then, what are the methods to enter the data of a passenger? We have basically three methods. One of them is obvious, by typing this information and by scanning the passports or by importing the passports. That's one method, which we went through roughly, very roughly. A better method is to use the scan. If you have a scanner, 3M scanner, a better method, accuracy-wise and speed and ease of entry-wise, to go to scanner. If you have a 3M scanner, as indicated here, and that's standard here in Canada and America, you just can scan the passport or the picture of the passport and click capture scan. It captures the information as per the scanner, and you indicate here that issue date. Issue date is not a part of the automatic detection through the MRZ in the scanner, so the scanner cannot detect the issue date. So you can expand this and see the dates here. Click again on them, and you can say, yes, it's 10 years. So click here, 10 years. You can add these optional fields, business, and etc., and say, okay, the data is reflected back here right away. That's another way. All what you need after you scan the passport is to define the room type, and if that's a female, that will be marked. Then you can just enter the mahram name. You can define the flight route, or you can define it once per the application for all of them, whichever your option is, and then click save, and you save it. I don't want to save that. So I'll go back here and go back to our original record. You can as well, same way you can capture the PR like this, the front, of course, this is any picture, and the back here, and so on. You can click OK, they will come back here. Okay? And of course, you need to make a save. I'm not going to save it again. So I'm going to move, reselect that to refresh the data as it was original. A third way to enter the information of the passenger is to find the passenger. If the passenger is a returning passenger, you can system will keep his history completely. So you can import the data from his previous history by selecting find passenger and write, for example, Muhammad, find, and all the persons named whose last name starts with Muhammad will show here. You select one of them and say, just click select, and the data will be returned back. And same way, after you do that, you have already, and you click save and you will save it. So these are the three ways to import the data. Now, regarding this area, the remaining buttons will define different aspects of the client data. The main data is what you see now, the flight. If you click flight, you will see for the selected passenger the flight route completely, and they are all marked as international here, from to, at what time, flight number, etc. What you can do with that is you can update one of them specifically, like different trip, like whatever, different day, this specific one if you want, or different flight, whatever you want. Just update this and click save. You will save it. Or you can even add a new segment. But remember, there is a warning here. If you add a new segment, Sure Hajj cannot define exactly the price of that segment, obviously. So it tells you here that we will proceed with that and add for you the segment as you define, but you are responsible for adjusting the accounting as per the cost of that segment. We cannot know it. So you say yes, for example, then it gives you completely here a new path where you select the airline and so on. And you can enter even here flight rules. So for that flight that you select, you can enter for 2 bags, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to save that. So I will go back to main data. Now, that's the flight. You can do else in the flight. What else you can do in the flight? You can even insert a domestic route. So if you have predefined set of routes that you purchase tickets for that are called domestic. Domestic is anything rather than the main trip from your original country to Saudi Arabia and returning back. Rather than this, it's called domestic. Even if you go from Jeddah to Beirut, for example, open jaw. Okay. To add a domestic route, click here, and you will have the already defined domestic routes. Again, they were defined through flight routes here. You select one of them. It shows you right away the number of tickets your agency purchased already, and vendor, and cost. That's your cost. Now you can put the price over here, and if you put the price and say save segment, two things will happen. One of them, the segment, not segment, I'm sorry, the flight route, the domestic flight route, will be inserted in chronological order in your trip, and they are not marked as international. They will be marked as domestic, and they will show in blue color. That's one. Two, your accounting will be automatically adjusted by adding this figure that you enter here, and you don't need to adjust the accounting. It's automatically done for you. Okay, that's all about the flight information. I'll go back to the main data. Now services. Services shows you the list of services that the selected passenger has already. And these services could be either included in the package or added to the specific passenger through accounting. to add a service through accounting. We'll talk about that in the next part of the video. Now back again to main data, documents. You have defined originally that your company, your agency have defined at the beginning the list of required documents. And here is where you can follow up who delivered what. So you can say, for example, for the selected passenger, we received the original of this Hajj visa application, the copy of those, and in the notarized colored copy of PR card, we mark it as waived. So there are three kinds of marking the document as okay, either to receive an original, or copy, or to waive it. For example, here, conversion to Islam certificate, that's waived, and so on. So you mark whatever you want, like I received the copy, I received the copy, I received the copy, and I received for this a copy, and for this a copy as well. So this guy is perfect, has everything delivered, and just click save. The information are saved. You can close that, and you're back to the main data. Now there are two side actions. One of them is related to the second way I promised to explain regarding how to overwrite the picture here that came from the scanner by a newer picture. So let's go for them. Passengers, passenger photos, and you have a list of those passengers in the selected application. You can select this one. You will see all the pictures available. And if he has a PR, you will see the PR showing here. So in order to overwrite this, here is the photo file. You just click, select the file, and it will show here. And you can overwrite this if you want by selecting the file again. And after you enter whatever you want to enter here, you don't need to enter them all. You enter only what you need to change here and say attach photos. The new assignment as per you will be allocated or linked to this selected passenger. You can repeat that for the other passengers. I'm going to close this. So that's the second way to overwrite these pictures. Or even if you don't have a scanner, you can scan the passport. Of course, you will not automatically get the data, but you can get the picture of the passport from here. Just select the passport picture from here, the photo picture from here, but the scanner has an additional feature of reading what's inside here and displaying it here automatically. The last button here is upload to Hajj on Soft. If you are subscribing in Hajj on Soft, you can just go there and select the passengers that you want to upload, or select them all and click upload. They will be uploaded, including the pictures, including everything, to Hajj on Soft. This ends the current video of passengers panel. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. Hajj application accounting panel. In this video, you will learn how to fully manage the Hajj application accounting. The video will demonstrate the statement of account and how to enter financial transactions like discount, payment, refund, and adjustment. Enjoy. Hajj application, all other panels. In this video, you will learn how to utilize the other panels of the Hajj application after we explained the main panel, passenger panel, and accounting panel. The video will demonstrate the validations and processing status, sending emails, printing invoices, creating and previewing documents, and others. Enjoy. Thanks for watching and see you on the next video.